Hello, everyone. My name is Mara Russell, and I'm going to be talking about the Food Security and Resilience Team, which is part of the Food and Water Systems overall team. So the Food Security and Resilience Team, our roles and responsibilities are to provide technical and operational support to existing US government funded food and water system awards worth more than $10 million. We focus on the following: the USAID Bureau for Humanitarian Assistance, Resilience, and Food Security activities, USAID Resilience and Food Security, Feed the Future Awards, and other similar programs funded by USAID missions. And then the USDA McGovern-Dole Food for Education and Child Nutrition programs. We provide technical leadership and to some extent support to designs and proposals for these activities. Our technical services include senior level monitoring and evaluation technical assistance to these programs, technical assistance with climate resilient agriculture, disaster risk reduction, building resilience, and building sustainability. We provide technical assistance with in-kind food aid coming from the US government, cash vouchers, and local, regional, international food aid purchase. So different kinds of transfers and safety nets. We leverage technical assistance from other teams in nutrition, agriculture, WASH, and village savings and loan associations and governance. We also support small grant learning opportunities. So where does our team sit? So we're part of Food and Water Systems, and I report into the Associate Vice President for that team. Other teams that we work with are the Ag Market Systems, Nutrition, Gender, Youth, and Livelihoods, Water Plus, Grants Management, and Partnership. In terms of our organizational structure, we are a large team. So as director of the team, I have 3 direct reports. 2 of them are deputy directors. One is a senior advisor on business development, systems, and strategy. I oversee the whole team. I provide strategic direction, support, and overview of finances, and really in many ways kind of ensuring that we have coverage for all of our major programs that are ongoing and new potential opportunities. The 2 deputy directors also manage sub-teams. So they have direct reports. One deputy director has direct reports that work on program management, but that program management support is often for Food for Education USDA programs, which are kind of separate from the USAID programs that are managed by others on the team. The senior technical advisor for monitoring and evaluation reports into this deputy, as well as another technical advisor on M&E systems and adaptive management, who reports into the STA for monitoring and evaluation. There's another senior technical advisor reporting into this deputy who focuses on climate resilient agriculture. And then, as I mentioned, another program manager. The other deputy director really focuses a lot of attention on ongoing RIFSs, Feed the Future programs, et cetera, funded by USAID. So there are 2 program managers that report into this position and a program coordinator. There are also interns that report into different roles, so those will be announced when they happen. The senior advisor for business development systems and strategies focuses their attention mainly on business development, but also on development of systems to support our ongoing activities. Program managers focus on backstopping our large awards. They may focus on 1 or 2 different awards, and they act as the direct liaison between the backstop officer, who may be an agreement officer representative or agreement officer, and they are a direct link between the country office and that officer. So they also work with the country office, providing guidance on reporting and on how to manage awards. Now, the FSR team, as I mentioned, has a number of different relationships that they work on. So we have links to the other FWS technical teams as indicated in the slide above, but we also work generally with the PSI technical teams in education and climate. We work with institutional funding and strategy on development of new business. And we also work with the humanitarian team, as one of our largest donors, BHA, also provide, which is the Bureau for Humanitarian Assistance, also provide support to the humanitarian team. So our strategies and our advocacy often overlap. We work with many functions at CARE, the procurement, people and culture, and award management solutions and finance teams, to name a few. We also obviously link with travel and other focal point teams. In terms of our donors, we work with BHA, with USAID, and USAID missions around the world. We also work with USDA, the Foreign Agricultural Service, that oversees McGovern Dole Awards. And we work with the backstops for all of our awards. In the country offices, we reach out and work with chiefs of party, deputy chiefs of party, M&E leads, operational leads, and other key personnel, including the strategic learning leads. We also work with country directors, assistant country directors, et cetera. We coordinate as well with other international NGO partners at headquarters, and we focus quite often on operational issues for awards and technical staff for our awards that may be based at other partners. Finally, we work with local government, local partner staff, and even with participants from time to time. Finally, we also make a difference when it comes to reaching out to CARE leadership, policy, and stakeholders, just as any other team, due to the fact that many of our activities are large scale, they make a big difference, and they do have an impact on CARE programming. So just a little background on our awards quickly. So I mentioned these resilience food security activities, which are managed by BHA, and they're known as RIFSs, their abbreviation. We are in those programs work to improve and sustain the food and nutrition security of vulnerable populations. They are multi-year, often generally 5 years or more food and nutrition security activities. They work with individuals, households, communities, and at institutional levels. And they work to address the underlying causes of food insecurity and malnutrition and strengthen transformative opportunities, systems and structures that generally work to improve for food security and nutrition in country. These are intended to strengthen resilience in populations vulnerable to acute chronic hunger and malnutrition, and recurrent shocks and stresses and crises. And they reduce the need for ongoing or future emergency food assistance. And as mentioned, they work with USAID, Bureau for Humanitarian Assistance, that leads the RFSAs. So, but their point is to prevent future emergencies by addressing underlying causes and building resilience. Feed the Future Awards are the US government's global hunger and food security initiative. They address the root causes of poverty, hunger, and malnutrition and transform lives. They work hand in hand with partner countries to develop their agricultural sectors. So really focusing on agriculture and livelihoods to break the vicious cycle of poverty and hunger. And the focus of these programs tends to be with more better off beneficiaries than with the RFSAs, who focus on extremely poor and chronically vulnerable populations. So the projects help people feed themselves, create important opportunities for a new generation of young people while building a more stable world. Feed the Future is striving for a meaningful, sustained impact in areas that have the most potential for sustained growth. And the program currently focuses in 12 target countries in Africa, Asia, and Latin America, and the Caribbean. And they're managed by the USAID Bureau for Food Security, Food Security and Resilience, that leads the Feed the Future globally. The McGovern-Dole Global Food for Education and Child Nutrition Awards helps to support education, child development, and food security in low-income food deficit countries. They provide for donation of US agricultural commodities, financial and technical assistance, as well to support school feeding and maternal and child nutrition projects. The key objective is to reduce hunger and improve literacy and primary education, especially for girls. And this helps boost school enrollment and academic performance. They also focus on improving child health and learning capacity before they enter school, offering nutrition programs for pregnant and nursing women, infants, and preschoolers. Sustainability is an important aspect of McGovern-Dole. The program works to ensure communities can continue the sponsored activities on their own or with support from other sources, such as the host country government. And USDA Foreign Agricultural Service, or FAS, leads McGovern-Dole. I'd like to thank you for your attention. And if you have additional questions, my name is Mara Russell and my email is listed there. Thank you.